Previously on Pry Bar Knives.
What do we have here? Something new from CJRB. It's a CJRB Frack. All right, let's get this guy out of here. It's a button lock, obviously. It's a little thinner than I thought it was going to be, but okay. Yeah, it feels good. I really want to see what the thing weighs. It feels really, really light for a 4-inch bladed knife. Like, what did I say? 4 ounces. That was my guess. 3.7. That is freaking sweet for a 4-inch blade, full titanium knife. This is an aesthetic complaint I have. There's a lot going on up here, like lots of angles, lots of changes in angles. Too many lines, I think, up here in this top part. We might do something with that. What are we going to do? I think we're going to maybe make a little cut across the top like this, and then leave this part up and make a little harpoon. Let's see. I could just kind of work it out right here, right in front of everybody. Where's the harpoon going to be? Let's figure that out first. Let's see. Let's see if we go from here straight down to here. Maybe here. Maybe that's the harpoon all the way down there. Let's see. Let's see if that works. Am I going to do it right now? Man, I got some other shit to do. I got somebody else's knife to work on. Should I do that right now? Fuck. I think I could do it. Let's see if I do it. Very rough passes. Taking off lots of material, and I move it fast. I don't sit there in one place, because if you do, it'll heat up the metal too much. I think it looks better already. So I think we're going to cut it off here, and then we'll show the finished product more, and maybe a little more grinding and sanding or something. Have a nice day.
And now the conclusion of Pry Bar Knives. I can't leave shit alone, even when it's pretty good to start with, because I have OCD.
So we got the cut across the top pretty much the way I want it. But then we have these all uneven lines of the swedge across the what's left of the top. So how I dealt with it was, on this side I already have it done, I just straightened it out by putting another swedge that takes the place of all those other ones. So we're going to do the same thing on this side, and then we'll pretty much be done. Just kind of tidy up everything. So let's see what it looks like, the finished product. So just a straight line across the top, and then this kind of pretty big swedge coming across here. And it's not perfect. There's a little ding right there that I didn't feel like messing with. It's not a ding, it's where I went a little bit too far around the curve. This is kind of like a convex shape along here. So I went a little bit too far along the curve with like the twist there. The top is just hand sanded after I did all the rest. And then we got the same thing on the other side. So now it kind of looks really like a harpoon. Or some kind of pointy-nosed creature. I don't know, whatever. But that's what I like better. I don't like all those funky lines going on. Here, I'll put the other one up. Let's see, let me clean off the blade a little dirty. I touched the handle with the sander somewhere. Boy, it's really hard to see. Thought it was right around there. It doesn't matter. Not a big deal. I'll probably do something with the handle eventually anyway. So we'll put the other original blade right above it, right here, to show what the change is. Let's finish the review of this thing anyway. I'm really kind of digging it, man. It's got a big beefy stop pin. I love that. Okay. Now, it's the closed stop pin is actually hitting on the button. I'd rather have it have a real stop pin there too. I don't know why they didn't do that. They could have put a stop pin, a second stop pin right in there. That would have been great. Maybe it works better that way. Makes it easier to make the button work. I don't know. Boy, they could have made it a front flipper. That would have been awesome. Then it would have just so many opening options. But this is just nitpicky nonsense. What do we really think about it? I think it's pretty damn excellent knife. I really do. Really light, like we talked about. Boy, it has a little bit of a hollow sound to it. Because it is so hollow. It's so milled out inside. It would be nice if the closing sound was a little better. It's a little too subdued. How's that drop action? It's drop shutty even when you release the button, which is really nice. The fact that it's got a big heavy blade plays into part of that. I wonder if it's any lighter now from the metal I removed. I don't think I removed enough to really matter. Let's see. Shoot, I don't remember what it was. I'll have to compare it. 3.74. Maybe it was 3.75 or 6 before? I don't know. We'll put what it was before up here. This versus the new measurement with the removed metal. It was a good bit of metal removed, so it might be, you know, some tenth of an ounce or something, or a couple of tenths of an ounce. So we'll see. I think it's a really cool design, although I will say CJRB put out the Great White, a Gavco design, and I feel like it's a little bit of a rip-off of that design that they put out. So is that sort of ripping off their own guy that they hired? I don't think it's close enough to say it's a rip-off, but it's similar. Kind of has a similar feel to the Great White. Inspired by. Let's see, what else did I notice about this guy? Those big standoffs back there look pretty tough. I like that. I like how they rounded. Radius these edges really good. They could have matched that line up better with this line here, or matched the line on the body or on the frame up better with that line on the blade. If they like that blade line, then keep that, but make the body match it better, Why not have it match? There's no reason not to. Would look better closed. Who cares about the knife when it's closed? I do. I think it should have a nice aesthetic closed and open, A little sharp edge right here. I could have radiused that. Should have done better on that. Right there and on the other side. A little sharp on that corner. Not sure why they didn't radius that. That would have been smart. Or just cut it when they did the milling. Cut it with a tool that already had a built-in radius to it. Across this way. Not sure why not. Pivots are kind of generic looking. But I mean, seriously, this is a nice knife, man. Doesn't have a bunch of bells and whistles, but for the price, the design, how well it works. Let's see, has it gotten loose? Blade stays tight. That's a plus, man. Most knives, as many times as I've flipped this thing, the blade would be loose. I think it's a pretty sweet knife. I like it a lot. I think I'll do something like sand the, kind of polish sand these flats and then anodize it. Something cool. We'll see. Definitely a fidgety, cool knife. I am glad I got it. Super happy with it. My dog is barking. She's kind of an idiot. Now, is the blade improved now? Or is it too boring with my harpoon mod? Maybe it was cooler before if you like all that kind of angly stuff going on there. Maybe so. Heck, I don't even know if this is better. Because the other one was cool too. Maybe this is a little boring. Nah, I like it better. Pretty nice knife, I think. I was messing with it left-handed, and I'm not very good at left-handed stuff, but I'm going to say that it would be a really good left-handed knife. It's got a switchable pocket clip, which is great. The button isn't in the way. Every once in a while, you find one that when you flick it left-handed, your finger ends up, reverse flick it left-handed, this finger ends up pressing on the button. Like I'm going to try and make it happen now. Let's see. Like I'm pressing on the button and trying to flick it. Nope, it's still locked out. I have one, it has kind of a tall button that sticks out. And when you reverse flick it left-handed, the blade comes out and then just bounces back because it doesn't lock out. It just goes like that. All right, hold on. It goes like that because it never locks out because you're pressing on the button. This one doesn't do that. This would be great left-handed, I think. I'm not a lefty, so I can't say for sure, but it feels like it would be. Hopefully, I can check in with Lefty EDC, see what he thinks about this one, and whether it would be good for left-handers. I think it is, but we'll leave that really up to the experts. I'm only an expert on fucking stuff up that was probably better left alone.
The CJRB Frack, everybody. Let's give the Frack a big hand for taking its blade molestation like a champ. Have a nice day.